gotta clear that up. It's fine.
No, it's on you now.
Oh, it's on us now.
Are we on?
Are we on?
Well, shiver me timbers. I guess we're ready to go. This is the way it happens in the afternoon.
Well, and also, can we just say that this is classic Megan?
What? There's, it just caught up with you. You're like,
Oh
it's perfect. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
That's the way it happens here, folks.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
no! Hi!
Yay!
I was just trying to let everyone know who's behind.
Exactly.
That's
Who's
what
behind
it
the
was.
scenes?
Right. That's hilarious. So, welcome everyone.
Well, we're gonna have fun. If that's the way this has started, it's only. I don't know where it's going from here, right?
Right.
Beautiful.
Well,
Let's take a moment to introduce our guests, right? So, welcome to COVID Cooking back in
By the
our
way,
St. Mary's kitchen.
we're a little thrown off. Can you tell?
We're just thrown off.
But that's
It's
all right.
okay.
It's fine.
But so today we've got our principals with us, Michelle Ashley and Jamie McKenzie. They are joining us today, and as we talk about what's getting ready to happen, because kids are going back to school next week. Some schools have already started. Some schools have already encountered COVID issues, and so we want to know how we're ready to get ourselves ready for that. The parents want to know, and kids want to know. Because they haven't been in school since like March, right? It's insane.
It's eons.
It's insane.
Eons, yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't even want to go back to school. So I don't know.
Right. So maybe would you two be willing to introduce yourselves and maybe give a brief little blurb about yourselves to everybody in case they don't know who you are?
Okay, sure. I'll let JD start.
And you.
And go.
My name's Michelle Ashley, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm the new principal at Notre Dame Elementary. I've been in education for 23 years, but this will be my first year as a principal. It's already been an amazing experience so far, although very busy and a little overwhelming.
Sometimes she uses amazing in many different senses.
Well, but the teachers at the elementary have been working hard. Oh, they're bringing their classrooms to life. It looks so pretty down there. It's been such a cool transformation to watch. So I'm so excited for the upcoming year, and I'm so excited to spend the year with your kiddos.
Excellent.
Deal. I'm JD McKenzie. I've been in education for 16 years. This will be my second year as principal at the high school. A lot of the same things Michelle said. We're excited to get back. It's been a long time since we've actually been in the building and had the kids there with us, but there's been a lot of work behind the scenes to get to this point. A lot of people to thank for their support and everything like that has got us to where we're at coming up next week, and we have a little bit more preparation to do, but we're all really excited about having the kids back and getting back to as normal a daily routine and school day as we can. So we're excited to get that started.
Awesome.
So are we. We're excited.
It's gonna be great.
We're
It's gonna be
excited. Exactly. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah. I
Love
bet
having the kids around.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know about you, Father, but I feel like because they've been working so hard, it's time for a drink.
It's time for a drink. They've had a long day already. So today we are making a pineapple strawberry screwdriver daiquiri.
Thing.
It's like a smoothie daiquiri, right? So we're taking it all together. It really started as a pineapple screwdriver.
It really did, yes.
And citrusy, and then we forgot we had frozen strawberries in the freezer.
Right. And we're like, well, we can't let things go to waste.
Yeah,
like, there's no sense
exactly.
in that.
So let's go for it, right?
Right.
So you want to talk about all the things in your screwdriver?
Sure. So, guys, what I love about screwdrivers is that they're the easiest drink on the planet. So, we have vodka. We use Grey Goose this time around. So use whatever vodka you have on hand. Orange juice, and then also pineapple juice. I use equal parts of orange juice and pineapple juice, and then a half part in relation on the vodka. I'll be honest, As you guys know, if you guys have been watching Father Joe and I for a long time now, you guys know that we don't really measure. And so when I say a half part in comparison, what I really mean is, like, I don't really know. There's just a lot in it. And then what he's doing, what are you doing, Father Joe?
I have added the strawberries and the screwdriver mix, and we're going to blend and blend and blend until it looks beautiful.
That blender is amazing.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
A ninja. For anybody who yes.
All
I
right.
love these things.
I'm gonna have to add that to my Christmas list.
Yes, it's
A
worth
little
it.
bit more of the boozy booze,
Yeah.
right?
Michelle, your mom's watching.
And she was, Mom, I need a ninja.
I'm a ninja.
Please. For Christmas. And blending.
Let's go on to town. Look at that. Beautiful. It really is powerful.
Right? I love the pink color.
I do too.
And we're continuing to doctor the drink.
Get like a hit
Oh,
It really looks delicious.
look at this.
It looks
It's gotta be healthy, right?
It's gotta be
Sure,
healthy.
absolutely. Yeah, think of all the fiber that's in there.
Oh, fiber. Lots of fiber. Yes, look at this.
I
This is
love
a
the
great way to
color.
start your afternoon.
Yeah.
Boy,
What-
we have some great ideas around here. I can tell you that.
Well, and it's a perfect, like, late summer drink, right? Because we're just getting to the point in weather where it's like nice to be outside. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those that once it hits like 95 and 100 plus humidity, I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm out.
Well, the teachers and principals deserve.
Yes, and so you guys especially need.
Oh,
Oh my goodness!
yes.
And we have little straws.
We even have pineapple straws.
That is hilarious.
These are amazing.
Look at
that.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness!
show the
They
camera.
flare
Show
out.
the camera.
Yes.
There you go.
Can y'all see that? Right?
They
That
are,
is hilarious.
amazing.
Oh my gosh.
That.
And they're paper, so they'll.
I know, and they're recyclable.
Woohoo! Look at us. You know,
Okay.
eco-friendly. That's all right. I don't
Eco-friendly.
Ooh, that's good.
There, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing?
Ooh. Oh.
We're not getting anything done the rest of the afternoon.
So
We
yeah,
normally
guys.
don't anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
There
thank
you go.
Mhm.
Yes, crowd favorite.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
I like it.
Very good.
I like it. Yeah. It's
Oh,
Oh,
I
Healthy
said
and
that,
everything,
I said
right?
that quietly.
What? I don't know. Anyway.
wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's good.
I don't know.
I like that.
We did that.
I'm so pleased with that.
I am too. But you know what you can always do? If you need more, you
just
can
a little
always add a little
dash,
bit more.
a little bit more.
You can always add a little bit more. Right? So, just in
we take care of
case.
things around here.
Just in case. Right? And just in case you like the Grey Goose. You might like the Grey Goose.
It's true. It's
Mhm.
true. So.
Even better. Even better. What are we doing today? I don't know.
What
I
are we
don't
doing
know.
today? So.
I'm gonna just hold that. I don't want it to go back over there because it keeps it away from my mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
So
Yummy.
today, guys, we're doing.
Are we on vacation?
I think I need to be.
But we are on there.
So, BLTs, guys. That's what's on the menu for
Right,
today.
so let's talk about the inspiration for this. I had a funeral on Columbus on Monday. I know, right? Funerals, BLTs, I don't know. However, my mom and I went out to lunch afterwards, and we went to Cooper's Hawk. And the special of the day at Cooper's Hawk, beyond the unoaked Chardonnay, was, because that's one of my favorites there, was the BLT on a brioche with arugula and some whatever mayonnaise. I don't know. Mom could tell you more about it than I could, but it was fantastic. And it was stacked like that high, right? So today we are going to make BLTs because all the stuff's coming in off the garden, right?
Right, absolutely.
Tomatoes
it's tomato
are in.
season, folks.
It's tomato season.
Right.
And I have my first tomato on my vine from Jordan that she gave me from the beginning of the summer. And it looks like a pea. It looks like a pea. I have been waiting and I have been nurturing these stupid vines all summer.
I've been receiving updates.
And I have I've had 4 flowers, so I'm gonna have 4 tomatoes, hopefully. And the first tomato is actually forming and it's just under a pea size right now. So yeah, God bless. I'll keep you up to date. I'll put some pictures up because it's like a big deal in my backyard.
Right. He has his tomato plants and he finally has this little tiny tomato.
Just an itty bitty tomato. So maybe I'll have one by October. I don't know. Whatever.
So
But I'll have another drink.
so BLTs. So we decided, we were like, okay, well, let's have some fun with this.
Exactly. Let's do it up.
Because let's be honest, we all know the classic BLT, right? So
Yes.
obviously bacon, lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Okay, on like a Texas toast, the whole thing. We know the classic. But surely we can have some fun.
Exactly.
Right?
We can
And
change
like,
this up a
let's
little
change it up. Let's change it up. Okay.
Right.
So our first one that we're going to have is actually on this rustic wheat bread. So I put Father Joe in charge of getting bread, and he got several different variations.
Because I don't do anything small or little, as you've known.
I know. And so he got this rustic wheat. So we're gonna start kind of healthy.
We'll toast it.
Toast it, if you would,
Great.
sir. And while he's toasting it, I'd like to talk about one of the variations. Guys, this will change your life. Okay, it's called bacon jam.
It's bacon jam.
Bacon jam.
It's been my jam all day long.
It has been.
Oh.
It is so good, so good. So the recipe is from King Arthur. Again, I'll forward it to Megan, and we'll get you all the recipe. But it is so good.
I didn't
so
know
worth
King
it.
Arthur did anything but flour.
Right? They do like all the things.
Who
guys,
knew?
right?
Did you know that?
King Arthur,
No, of
the
course
company,
not.
like they are. I go to them for like a go-to.
King Arthur does a lot more than knights around the
round table,
round table,
and
right.
everything, Maid Marian, the whole thing. Anyway, so this bacon jam has just all sorts of odds and ends in it, but essentially, obviously, you start out with bacon, chopped into small pieces, cook that off, render the fat, separate from the fat, don't throw it in, it's very tempting, don't do it. It'll make it all kind of greasy and everything, and like,
You don't want that.
I don't.
You want to take that bacon fat and cook the potatoes.
Exactly.
Later.
Right? Which is totally what we
Or
do.
you want to take some toast and you want to take that fresh
Fresh
bacon
bread
fat and just spread it on there.
Of course that's what you want to do, right? That's what you do. And Megan's just going, oh, no, thank you. But anyway.
Baby Josephine apparently
Does
doesn't
not
like
like that at all.
all.
And so in this bacon jam, there is apple cider vinegar, there is boiled cider, which is a thing that I'm very unfamiliar with, but it's literally as it sounds. It's like a boiled, it's a
Cider.
boiled cider that's
It's amazing when
concentrated down to a
Boiled
syrup.
cider and it's boiled.
And so
And it's cider.
there it is. And then there it is. And I'll just keep on drinking. Don't mind me. Anyway, I'll be joining you in a minute.
Mhm.
Anyway, and then brown sugar. What else is in this? Bay leaves. What else? Onions. Onions are
Lots
also
of
in here.
onion, yeah, right, exactly.
And you just let it go.
Brewed coffee.
Strong brewed coffee. Thank you. Megan's my prompter. Anyway.
Corsica.
And hence why I have my
You can't
coffee.
see it behind the booze blender.
But I brought in my coffee today and I went for it. So I'm a little caffeinated today. And you let it go. You just let it cook. They suggest a slow cooker. I don't have time for that. So I just popped it on.
I thought that's the
stove.
whole reason to save time.
It's
is
just
to
to
put
put
it
it
in
on
a
a slow cooker. See, but I'm like, oh, they suggest like 3 or 4 hours if you're supposed to leave it in a slow
Right.
cooker. But I
Yeah.
don't. I'm like, no.
You slow cooked it on the stove all day long because you had 3 or 4 hours
Well,
all day to do
well,
this,
but
right? In
but
between mass, in
but
between.
For me, it was like an hour and a half.
I know it's true.
You know, and so that's different.
It is. It's totally different. It is totally different.
Anyway, I wanted
It's
to
totally
be.
different.
It
than
is,
Putting it
it
in a
is.
slow cooker.
I wanted control, okay? So anyway, so bacon jam.
Bacon
It's so
jam.
good.
Hey, we got toast.
And we have toast. Great. Saved by the toast. Anyway,
Saved by the toast.
so we have our toast. We have our bacon jam.
Yes. Trust
And
me,
just-
when you this
I
bacon
just
jam.
can't. I don't know the onions. I love onions,
Sure.
but that seems so strange.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, trust me, it's like they're not really there in some ways. It adds a sweetness. It adds a sweetness. Okay.
I'm gonna need to slice a tomato.
Yes, please. Yes,
Yes.
please. And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna grab some of my
Over
lettuce.
here by my Grey Goose.
And then put a little bit of lettuce.
I
Are you down with this?
don't know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling. No,
Uh-oh.
You're not feeling this yet.
I'm intrigued. I
You're
guess.
intrigued. I love how polite she's being right now. I love it.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
I love it.
Looks amazing.
Oh, I made it up.
Whoa.
It's amazing. Good
Um,
for you. You can never have too
I actually-
much mayonnaise.
Love.
You cannot have too much Hellman's because bring out the Hellman's and bring out the fun, right? I mean, isn't that the commercial? I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, great job.
Right,
That's
right?
beautiful.
And you know, it's not a real sandwich if it's not messy, right? Anyway,
Exactly.
so
Tomatoes.
tomatoes and just
Look
a
at
little bit of.
And I'm going to tell you, these tomatoes are from Ed Miller's garden. So
Yes.
Ed and Dart, Gravy
Yes.
Dart, thank you for the
Yeah.
tomatoes. These are fresh from parishioners. We're always, whatever you donate to us, we'll take it and use it. Did you add the bacon?
I put the bacon jam.
Oh, and the.
Oh,
and
do
the
we want to
bacon.
do? We want to
Yeah,
do bacon? All
just
right.
like bacon here.
All right.
Bacon
Here.
jam is not the same. You have to
Oh my goodness.
No,
Oh,
wait a minute. Potato. Just like mine at lunchtime.
Right.
Yeah.
And.
I'm not done yet.
Oh,
Gotta give me some room.
oh okay. Sorry.
There we go.
Can I close now?
Yeah, you can close now.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Close. Big
Okay.
smile.
Hey!
Hey!
Can y'all see that? Yeah. Look how like monstrous it is. Okay, so now it's time
We're
to
gonna chop this
slice it
up into 4 pieces so we
Yes.
can share it up.
Yes.
Right?
And I suppose we should also like have plates at the ready, right?
Exactly.
The jam's making me nervous.
Oh, the jam's making you nervous. Oh, don't worry.
You're gonna love it.
I really do think you're gonna like it.
Did you try it?
Like, I've had it before, I've not. Particular.
Oh, I love that's hilarious.
But it's made out of bacon.
I mean, yeah, it's bacon. I mean, there can't be that many, you know, and sugar. You can't go wrong. with
Bacon
that.
is my daughter's very favorite food.
Yeah, we thought Gracie might have come down here knowing that we were doing BLTs today.
Megan, would you like to try?
That would have been a good idea.
She had practice. She's
Uh,
at practice at 3,
She's at,
3 to
she's
5.
at practice today.
Oh,
I think that's the time.
well,
Smells good.
That's not good.
all right.
Smells like
Yeah?
good, too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I'm ready.
Have it 1, 2, 3, and hit it. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All over.
Uh-huh. And
We need some napkins.
we need some pepper towels.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good.
That was really good.
Mm.
Go ahead.
And we're not
Oliver.
just paying them
Oh
to
my
say
God.
that, you know, just so, like, here, that's cleared up.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
Mhm.
It is so good.
Well,
Wow.
after doing this now for a couple of months, we don't do crap in our kitchen. No.
We don't go
Oh my
halfsies.
There's no halvesies here.
Right? Mm-hmm.
We go all the way or we don't do it.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
true. It's true.
This is like restaurant
Mm.
quality.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you
I
like
said
it.
at lunch I would pay $10 for that.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That was so good.
Yes. Now, hopefully, with our other variations, we don't go down.
As long as it has bacon jam on it, I don't care what it has.
Oh, goodness. So, let's talk second variation. Or actually, consult the comments. Is there anything of interest?
Hey, they're just happy
You
to
know?
be here.
Great,
What
guys.
a
We're
party.
so happy to have you. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Good.
Really good.
It's
That's just
so.
the beginning.
Michelle said they're
Salivating.
Ooh, all right then. Okay. So maybe they'll like the second one as well. So let's talk about the second one. Again, variation, bread. Hawaiian bread this time.
Right.
Uh,
A little
Hawaiian.
sweeter.
You know, so we thought we would have a little fun with that and just kind of see, you know, what can we do with that?
That's what
So-
I had mine at lunch on Hawaiian bread.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Right. It's very good. It adds a nice, that nice sweetness, egginess almost to it, which is
Bing
good.
bang.
And then also, what we're gonna do for this variation, we roasted off some tomatoes. So
Right.
instead of doing fresh tomatoes sliced up, we decided let's try some roasted tomatoes and see what we think. We'll kind of just roll with it and see. We also used some of the rendered bacon fat.
Yeah.
roast the tomatoes in. So y'all
What else
are
are you gonna do with it?
I mean, true. Yeah, we're gonna be so baconed out by the time this is all said and done.
Impossible.
Well, I may be baconed out. I don't know.
You
but
can't be baconed out.
It's so.
Ever. It's un-American.
Oh, un-American. Whatever.
It's un-American to be baconed
Whatever.
out. It's like using Greek yogurt instead of sour cream.
Oh my goodness! That's gonna haunt me forever, guys. I cannot tell you how many times, like, oh yeah, Greek yogurt. Oh yeah, Greek yogurt.
It
That's
was a
hilarious.
mistake.
It was a mistake.
Yes.
It was.
Do that.
It was a mistake. It was. Oh, anyway, so it was, I guess.
It was.
Oh, all right. So anyway, so.
Here we go. Next one.
Okay, so Hawaiian bread toasting.
Hawaiian bread
roasted,
toasting.
Roasted tomatoes, ready and waiting.
I just don't want this to sit over here and thaw out. So I'm just
So
gonna
it's
pour some more.
Pour some more.
I'm gonna pour some more.
And on this one, we're going to continue with our mayonnaise. We're also going to put a little bit more of this bacon jam as well as our normal bacon on the sandwich.
Really good.
And but we're going to go sans
I wanted ice
lettuce
cream.
in this one. We're just going to do the tomatoes and the bacon and mayonnaise because, you know, why not? Why not? So
Exactly.
let's
Waiting on some toast.
waiting on some toast.
We're having a side conversation
Oh,
over
sweet.
here.
Cool.
We'd rather have that bacon jam and than any other jelly on our bread in the morning.
Ooh.
Like
That's gonna be hard to top. I don't like my. It's so good. And I didn't expect it to
I'm
be.
like, is she gonna be okay?
Just quit breathing.
Is she okay?
I'm typically at a loss for words.
Oh,
Never.
the lights are going out.
There we go. Up goes the weasel.
All right. Well, let's.
Next one.
Yes. And so, of course, we have mayonnaise,
Got to start with the mayonnaise. It's got to be the foundation, right?
and I
So
always,
She always.
That's why it's so good.
It's why it's so good.
I always just go.
Bring on the Hellmans.
You
Bring
know?
on the fun.
Yeah. I'm a generous mayonnaise person. It's just.
Oh, wow.
Eyes.
When you use mayonnaise like buttercream icing, then you know you've got a problem.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so roasted tomatoes.
Yeah.
We're gonna try it and see if it works.
I'm afraid I won't.
Why don't we also talk about the bacon real quick?
Sure, please.
You know, so we're using 3 types of bacon: a hickory smoked, a brown sugar rubbed, and then a green pepper rubbed. We get the bacon from the deli section at Kroger.
Guys,
Trust me,
Blew my mind.
It is so much cheaper, right? So they'll cut the bacon for you. They have it pre-cut. 1 pound of bacon, generally, when you go to buy bacon at the store, it's pre-packaged. What do you pay?
I buy it by 3 pounds. It's at least $12.
Exactly, right? So, 1 pound in the deli section, it's Fuller's bacon. It's $4.99 a pound. $4.99 a pound. Generally, in the pre-cut, pre-packaged Oscar Mayer and Wright's whatever, it is generally $7.99 to $12.99 a pound
Yes.
when it's not on sale.
Right.
$4.99 a pound
Right.
on sale at Kroger right now. You can't beat that.
Right.
I mean, and it's good bacon. It's thick cut bacon. We also cooked it a little different. We didn't do it on the stovetop. We actually did it in the oven. So we use our flat sheets, 300 degrees for 30 minutes. 300 degrees for 30 minutes on the cookie sheet in the oven. Flat, perfect bacon every time.
Huh.
Cook it low and slow, and then you're not getting the curled. Put it on.
Okay.
Put it
yeah.
on there. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Bacon away.
Okay. Because I'm not really the bacon master here. Like I tend to go less bacon.
Right.
And
And
so-
then no lettuce or anything.
Nope, no lettuce.
No lettuce.
Bacon in the oven?
I'm just gonna go.
What's that?
I've never baked bacon in the oven.
Oh, baked bacon in the oven.
It's the way to go. It's the way to go. And also, guys, I don't know about you all, but one of the reasons why I don't like cooking bacon sometimes is because of the mess, right? If you cook it on the stovetop, it's an absolute mess. Splatters everywhere. In the oven, the mess is contained. And so, which I'm a big fan of. I'm like, yes, less mess for me to clean up, please. Please, please, please. Where do I sign up?
There's two. Sorry
Okay.
for the mess. but
Okay, can I
these are
borrow
messy-
your plates?
Yes.
Thank
These are
you.
messy sandwiches.
Okay, so prepare yourselves. Get the napkins at the ready, guys.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, I'm gonna squeeze in here. So,
Thank you.
and then
Remember, this is the roasted tomato version.
yeah. So you'll have to let us know what you think of the roasted tomatoes.
But of course, it has that beautiful jam on its bacon, right? Who cares about whatever else is on it?
All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's different, isn't it?
Mhm.
But it's nice. It balances it, I think.
Okay. Roasted tomatoes balanced. I don't know. I'm
I would
losing
throw
mine.
lettuce on it too,
You would throw lettuce on it
Yeah.
too?
Mhm.
Yeah,
but that's good.
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's really good.
Mm.
Very good.
Cool.
The
yeah.
tomatoes are
I-
sweeter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man.
Mhm.
But I think I like the other one better. This
Right.
is very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Why we do what we do.
Exactly, right? Well, and again, we were like, well, let's just have fun with this
Yeah,
and
let's
see
do
what
it.
happens, right?
Yeah.
Right? Cooking is a grand old experiment, and you never quite know, like, how it's gonna turn out. At least for me, anyway. I'm pretty, wing it and flexible.
Oh, I just won
And-
I won my pineapple
It's
on the
gone.
floor.
It's gone.
I won it.
So I love experimenting like this.
I
This is
disagree
my-
with paper straws. Can I just put that out there?
You disagree with them?
I
huh?
disagree with them. I know they're recyclable. I know they'll save the world. And the plastic straws won't get stuck in the blowholes of
Uh-huh.
beluga whales.
Uh-huh.
But it really stinks. It's bendy windy. I mean, like, really? It holds up to nothing.
Not a fan, apparently.
Hmm.
Not a fan. That's
No.
hilarious. True. So, okay.
I'm just putting it out there.
Bring me the bacon.
Bring me the bacon. Exactly.
And then last, but certainly not least.
Okay.
We have one more. We have
We have one more.
One more. So
And
we
then
have.
the first one over.
And then we're going to make the first one up.
Right.
Exactly. Sure we will.
And again, changing it up. Bread. We have a butter bread from Pepperidge Farm. Butter bread from Pepperidge Farm. That's really hard to say, guys. Anyway.
And who knows
so-
what that means? I don't know what it means.
Anyway, so butter bread. Here we go. Here you go, sir.
Mhm.
We're gonna toast it again,
It's buttery.
and we're going with that. It's almost brioche-like.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Pepperidge Farm decided to do kind of a brioche thing,
Yeah.
this is kind of what it would be. Anyway, so we're intrigued by that, and then also for our mayonnaise, again changing it up. We have our Hellmann's, but then we also have, where did it go? There's a seasoning somewhere. It's over here.
It's over there.
It wanders. Anyway, we have a garlic and herb seasoning. from Mrs. Dash, and yeah, we're gonna throw that in our mayonnaise and use that as our mayonnaise for the sandwich. So we'll be trying that out.
We're going
in
to
a
be
second.
trying that. So while we're waiting on the bread and you guys are filling your mouths, what are some of the things the kids should be expecting as they come back next week? Because they haven't been in school since March.
Right.
We've probably lost the etiquette of what it means to be in school, and because we've been separated.
Right.
Well, I think at the high school especially, the things that are going to be noticeable are the differences in the physical building itself, such as the classrooms where classrooms used to have 20 to 25 desks in them. Now we're going to have 14 to 15. They're going to be spread out. There's going to be a divider on them.
Every desk has a divider.
Yeah, we're getting those on Monday. So there's going to be some physical differences, and then some of the instructional differences. Every kid has a Chromebook now, and a lot of our textbooks are digital. So you'll be carrying your text or your Chromebook as you would a textbook. So there's going to be less of the physical carry of textbooks and things like that. A lot more of the instruction that you turn in, such as reports and things like that, it's all going to be digital, and your grades coming back are going to be digital. So, there's going to be some differences, but the plan is to take our time with them and not overwhelm them with all that stuff, and allow them to be comfortable and not make it.
Yeah, there's no sense of rushing anything, right? We haven't
Right.
been rushing since March now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So why make it any more complicated than it has to be? Right.
And there's the toast.
And there's the toast, ready to make the next BLT.
Yeah, and maybe, Michelle, if you don't mind, while I'm gathering toast, maybe you could talk about the elementary.
Okay, well, it's got some similarities. The same thing, in the elementary classrooms, they suggest you take out the things that aren't needed, which, is unfortunate, the pretty rugs and the extra little furniture and seating areas. But by taking those things out, you're able to spread the desks further apart.
Sure.
We have any of our kids that sit at tables, we have plexiglass dividers coming to separate the kids, and any rooms. Every room also has a large table. We put a really big divider, so if the teacher wants to work with one kid at a time, they can be on one side with the tall divider, and the child could be on the other side. We do have some crazy schedules to accommodate lunch times, with only allowing one group at a time to be in lunch. So the younger grades will eat lunch only one grade at a time in the cafeteria, and the older kids will come down and get their lunch and go up to their rooms and eat. And we're going to do a brown bag type lunch so that it's kind of a grab and go. So it's been those kind of things. But even with the teachers having to take things out of their classroom that they love having, they've still been able to decorate it in a way, and they're full of color, and they still put a smile to your face. So I don't know. We have all kinds of supplies coming in. All week we've had supplies arriving, PPE stuff to have all over the, just gel in and gel out of every classroom and in the hallways. We have face masks and face shields for the kids.
What's the policy for face shields and
Well,
face masks
we-
in the classroom and at the high school and grade school?
We thought face shields were going to be acceptable, but things keep changing, and as of last Thursday, the governor has said face shields aren't appropriate.
Okay.
So, I think they can still wear the face shield, they just would have to have a face covering
As well.
as well,
Okay.
which is unfortunate.
In the classroom full time?
Yeah, now the latest that I saw from the health department last Thursday was if they are seated, socially distanced, everybody, there's nothing happening, and they're allowed to take little breaks. Again, they have to be separate. They can take a mask break,
Okay.
but it's up to the teacher's
Sure.
discretion, and it has to follow the guidelines. So that was a good note to get
Okay,
on
good.
Thursday.
Sure,
So,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Because that's a lot for a young kid
It
wearing
is.
a 24,
Yeah.
for 8 hours a day
Right.
or
And they
whatever.
don't have to, the guidelines, they don't have to wear for recess.
Oh, I was
Good.
I was asking.
And so
about
they'll
that.
get the break at lunch, of course, because there will only be one class in the lunchroom at a time. They'll be able to spread out,
Mhm.
and so they'll be able to have their masks off, and then they'll get that time at recess where they're outside. Now you have to keep classes like we're setting them up in like little pods,
Uh-huh.
and so they can't intermingle at recess. They'll be with their own group, but we have them sectioned off in the outside area.
Mhm.
So each group has a designated area, and then they'll rotate, and we'll clean and all that stuff. We got us a gun. We got us one of those
Spray guns.
spray guns.
Yeah,
So, yeah. But
Guns in the classroom.
Yeah.
Yep.
A sanitizing gun. A sanitizing gun.
Uh-huh, good.
But we've worked closely with the high school, has the COVID committee, and the elementary has had a COVID committee. And our school nurse has been with the health department many times, and on Zoom calls with nurses all around the area, as well as with the diocese. And she reports back and lets us know of any changes. I really feel good about our plans. I really feel about all the protocols we have in place. If you could see what we've been doing to make sure that your child is safe, I think you would feel, I wish you could see, like JD has spoken of, everything we've been doing to make it a safe place for your child to enter.
Right.
So,
That's
Because we're the only school in the county going full time,
yeah,
Correct.
right?
Right.
yeah.
Full all day long. Now I'm sure there are some distance learners. Are there
Yeah.
some families who have chosen distance learning?
I have about 17.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Um,
5 at the high school.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and we're working on a plan.
Right.
Mhm.
And so the distance learners it'll be like a school day. They're going to check in every morning with their teacher, a little live stream in the morning to check attendance, and they'll be live streaming throughout the day or uploading videos. It'll be very hands-on, not really like packets where they just send them and they have to figure it out on their own. There'll be a lot of interaction.
Good.
Right. And would you all mind talking about? I know we don't want to go there, right? It's a negative thought, but I think this is a question that parents have on their minds, right? So worst case scenario, right? And we do have a student that we come to find out was tested positive for COVID. Okay, what happens next? What procedure takes place?
Well, there's several procedures, but the first thing you do is you're going to make a phone call and let the health department know the situation. This is a child we have. But we have, in all of our classes, we'll be able to trace that student to who they're with all day long. So we'll be able to kind of close the gap of these are the students that are around daily. Or most of the day, things like that. So we'll get guidance from the health department on how they want us to handle it. And it's going to depend on, did the student test positive or just have symptoms or things like that. So if there's a positive test, and then that'll be a different protocol. But we'll get guidance constantly from the health department on those things to ensure we're doing exactly what.
Because it doesn't mean immediate shutdown just because one student has tested positive.
And I like to think of it in terms of it's different than like a sports team, because when they're playing sports and they're actually
Right.
they're not socially distanced and they're not wearing their masks. Well, here you're in the classroom, will be socially distanced the entire time, even as they walk in the hallways. There's protocol. So they're socially distanced with masks on, and they say you have to be seated with somebody longer than somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes before you're likely to even contract. So like he says, if somebody did come in contact, it's not going to shut a whole grade level down even.
Right.
Would be just a very, as you would go back and do the contact tracing, just a very small group. But they've been distanced and masked the whole time.
Right.
So
Right.
when you think about it like that, it really makes it, it really, we feel, makes a safe environment for return.
And if unfortunately a student would get it, or we'd have to quarantine a few others, we're set up where they can attend class virtually,
Absolutely.
just like everybody else does,
Right.
be logged in live. And then all those classes are also recorded, so they can go back and watch them. That's for the students in the building too, so they can go back and watch, a lesson they had earlier that day,
That's-
third period.
That's an
in the
awesome
evening.
resource.
It is, well, and this is now there's been some time to adjust. In the spring, it was just shut down. Nobody knew what to do. Well, now we've had time to prep,
Right, exactly.
and we're ready.
Right.
And it's the same with a teacher. If a teacher would come in contact with somebody,
Mhm.
the way we have these classrooms set up for remote learning, if the teacher needs to be at home, there would still have to be a sub in the room. But if they're not like sick,
Mhm.
they can teach from home.
Mhm.
The new programs we have in place,
Right.
they can from home live stream with their kids in the classroom.
How cool.
Right.
I know, and still do their
Yeah.
little things,
Yeah.
and then to tell the sub what to do next, and then
Sure.
yeah, and actually teach
Mhm.
Right.
from
right,
home if they're
right.
if not
If-
they were if
right,
they were
absolutely,
they were sick,
absolutely, right.
but so that's other on the
Right.
teacher end of it as well.
Right.
So
right.
digital learning really has done away with the sick day. You can't really go home and sick anymore, right? You don't get the 3-day sick day. Oh, I feel like I've got a temperature, mom, right? Because
Right.
we can
We
take
have-
your attendance and
Yeah,
we
right.
can
Right.
exactly.
Right. Well, and thank you guys for addressing that, because I know that that's that's something that's on everybody's mind,
Mhm.
right? Is like how especially with going back to school full time, how do you address some of these things? Because I mean, let's just be honest, it's an eventuality, right? It's
Right.
not a if. It's an eventuality that something like this will happen. And
Sure.
so how we go about addressing
Right,
it. So,
exactly.
yeah.
What if a teacher tests positive?
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, but
Even if the teacher, see, a lot of people are asymptomatic. So if a teacher were to test positive, but they're not showing any symptoms, they would not come to school. Of course, there's protocol for that.
Sure.
But they could still be at home
And teaching.
and teaching with what we at the high school and the elementary have set up.
Right.
So instead of having a sub who may not have the ability to teach that class, then you're still gonna have the actual teacher teaching that class, and the sub will be in there for
right,
discipline.
I
and
just didn't
stuff
know
like
about
that.
exposure with
Sure.
teachers, like if they'll be that close to a student.
Right.
Well, they're not. It really they
Social
it's
distance
social
everywhere.
distance. It's social distance.
So good.
So if you're following that protocol,
Mhm. Then it should be okay.
it should be okay.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Awesome, cool.
It's
Cool.
amazing.
And so one of the other things that, turning this into a positive for a second, so one of the positive things is enrollment. Would you guys talk about that real quick? Like we've seen like a substantial increase in our student population, right?
Yes.
Would you all mind talking about that?
Well, I don't. I'm new, so of course when I was seeing numbers, I wasn't sure if it was good or not. Until the treasurer says, "Oh my gosh, Michelle, this is great." But we've just all summer long. We just the phone keeps ringing and tours keep happening. I had someone ask me the other day, "So has the new enrollment been because you guys are going back full time and other schools aren't?" We didn't have that plan out in
Right,
June and
right.
the beginning of July,
Right.
and we were having floods of people coming in.
Mhm.
So we may have picked up a few because
Sure,
we are,
sure.
but we've had a steady influx of people all summer and lots of touring going on.
Wonderful.
And even though our building's old, it's so welcoming and warm when you walk in, and they seem to feel the love when they're coming in.
Yeah.
I'm hearing good things.
Wonderful.
So yes,
yeah.
Yeah, at the high school, we've had a steady increase for the last 2 years, and I think our best thing is, Notre Dame, we're pretty used to getting some people transferring here and there, and when they have a positive experience, and that word of mouth, like, man, I love it over here, and then if they weren't happy at the school previously they were at, or there was some kind of issue, but same thing, Michelle, we have picked up some, probably just because we are going back, but it's been pretty constant, and I've been there for a long time, and I always remembered it seemed like year to year we would get 5 new and we would lose 5. And this year, it's like 30 to 6, the positive way, from June to now. So, I've said for a long time it's a special place. Everybody knows I went to a public school, and it's just different and in such a good way. And I can't speak highly enough about it. I'm glad my kids are a part of and get to experience. And the crazy thing is, both of us have classes that are full now. Like, we can't accept anymore in certain
Right.
classes. We've
Right.
got-
I've had to turn people away, and
Yeah.
it makes me feel, I feel awful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough, and we've got waiting lists at both schools on certain grade levels and things like that. So, it's
What grades are you still accepting students for?
We could, right now, we could still accept in 1st grade, 3rd, 5th, and 6th.
Mhm.
Kindergarten, 2nd, 4th, we could not accept anymore.
And we could accept 11, 9, and 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
That's awesome.
There you go.
I mean,
I know.
yeah, I'm sure there's challenges associated
Yeah.
with that,
Sure.
but that's such a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
right? That's such a positive thing.
It is.
And so, yeah, I'm excited for you all. That's great. That's great.
I think something, JD, you said to me a while back that has stuck with me, that Notre Dame has an it factor,
Yeah.
you said. And such a, what does that mean? Well, you have to be in the system to feel it and to understand.
Mhm.
And once you're in, then you go, oh, I see. So it's hard to explain, but there is just something so special.
And the it can
About-
be different for different, it's
Yeah.
not just
Sure,
one
yeah.
thing.
Sure. Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And because you're coming, Michelle, from teaching in public school,
Yeah.
but Gracie has been a part of the school, so you've been part of the system as a parent,
I have.
and now from the inside,
Yeah.
in a very different way as a
Yeah.
principal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and this is all new for me to take. We've been working, the teachers started, all my days are running together. When did they start? Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And so we've started professional development, but so far I've been kind of leading all of that and sharing my vision for the teachers and for the vision of our future. And talking about, my expectations and what I want to see in the classrooms academically. And so we've had a lot of intense, very good, not when I say intense, I don't mean in a bad way, but just a lot of information I've been throwing at them. And plus they're learning this whole new system and trying to prep and be prepared for this online aspect.
Sure.
So they are working so hard. They're amazing. They've been so helpful to me. I wouldn't be where I am right now today, well, of course, without my Heavenly Father up there, thank you. And the teachers at school, they've been wonderful. Anything I need, they're in the building morning and night, all hours of the day.
Mhm.
So I walk away, no matter how stressful a day is, I walk away and see all the many blessings that happen throughout that day. And then once I walk, I'm like, oh, I'm so thankful. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Love it. Well,
Well, we have a BLT just sitting there.
I mean, can we all interest you in
we
one
all
more?
had to look
One
at
more,
it.
You know?
Which one
yes.
is this one again? This has on it because we forgot because we've been listening to the teachers, our
So,
principals.
so this one has our seasoned mayonnaise on it. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the one that's the garlic and herb seasoning.
Ah, yes.
And so, and then of course, all the
Wait, this is
various,
more.
Yeah, this.
So
This is round three.
three.
Three,
Okay,
round three.
so go ahead and take yourself a little quarter there.
With lots of mayonnaise.
Yeah, with all the mayonnaise on it. There you go.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
We do it well here.
There you go. Oh, did it not get? No.
Come on, oh, there it is.
Okay.
We'll rip it.
Okay. All right.
Good. Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Let's try.
Hmm.
See it with the.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I like it with the seasoned mayonnaise,
Yeah.
but I would almost say that it needs more. You know what I mean? It needs not more mayonnaise. It needs more. You never have enough mayonnaise. No, it needs more seasoning in it. And so, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Yeah,
The
right.
seasoning in it. Yeah. And so, guys,
This
what-
is easy.
Yes. So what's your verdict? Like, which one? Which one would you have? Like, if you were to go, like, and say, oh yeah, I want that one. Which one would you say? 1, 2, or 3?
I would have number 1 with number 3's bread.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
They're all very good. But if I were going to go to a restaurant and order, it would be number 1.
Yeah. What can I say?
Uh-huh.
Number 1, that one is.
It's so traditional.
It is. And, we didn't.
But you're right about 3's bread. I like that butter bread.
Man, it's
It's
good.
good.
Pepperidge Farm, everybody. Butter bread.
Yeah, butter bread.
Yeah.
Who knows what it means?
But
But
it's really good.
Mhm.
We like it. Yeah.
right.
So, but
We also made a little
oh yeah, I forgot.
side here.
Oh yeah. So we have here. Yeah.
Not that I can keep
The food just keeps coming. We have here. We have all this this bacon fat. That was just sitting there. We can't let it go to waste. So we have roasted potatoes. We have roasted peppers. We have roasted green beans, and then squash.
And the green beans from the Yoakum Farm.
Yes, and squash.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have those as well. And of course, you can't go wrong because it has garlic, it has salt, it has bacon fat.
And it has bacon fat. I mean, really.
What more do you want? So we'll have to be sure to share that with everybody. So
Good.
Did we?
We've done it.
Did we cover it all?
Yeah, we covered it all.
I don't know. After a while, it's like.
Is there anything more about the schools that we need to know before
Mm-hmm.
we?
The staff is all we're going to have mass together as a staff on
Right.
Monday.
Monday is we have a
Nice.
staff day, right? Exactly.
Tuesday, the kids will report for a soft girl win. At the high, we're a little bit different than the elementary school, but we're doing a quarter of our students for the first 4 days.
Okay.
And then we'll go over all the expectations and regulations and protocols, every day for 4 days to ensure everybody, is comfortable with everything. Then the following Monday, we're gonna bring all the students back in full time. She's doing something similar, but you're doing halves, right?
Yeah, we're able to do every teacher has the first half of their class Tuesday, second half of their class Wednesday, so that's A and B, and then they start over Thursday and Friday A and B.
Okay.
So every kid will get to come twice
Oh, okay.
in the phase-in week.
Good.
Like he said, talk about all the new normals, how we'll now go down to recess, how we will walk in the hallways, how we wear our masks, how we gel in, gel out, all the safety protocols. And we'll also do our assessments during that time because they've been out for so long.
Right.
We really need to see where they are.
Sure, absolutely.
And we're going to have to be prepared
Because
to.
everybody's done differently when it's come to learning at home.
Right.
That's not
It's
everybody's
not,
student
right,
stick, right?
Right.
And even things that were taught in the spring were done online, and so who
Right,
knows?
right.
Who knows?
So there'll probably have to be a lot of review,
Mhm.
before they can move on. So we'll need to assess to see where they are. So we'll do that during that time period.
Maybe give a quick note on preschool.
Yeah.
Got her.
Yeah.
I got. That's for the first moment she didn't have a word to offer. I got her. A second time, yeah.
Right.
There we go. All in COVID cookies. See what happens?
I just have to say about our preschool, we have a new preschool director, Kendra Rutman, and she is amazing. She really is. And she has been working so hard because the preschool, as strict as our guidelines are, it seems that preschool is even more so. And the governor did open up that you could start to have a greater ratio, and we have decided to go ahead and stick to the 9-to-1 ratio for those kiddos. But they've been in there working diligently. They've been doing screenings this week, bringing in one family at a time into the activity center, all protocols in place, and then allowing the family to come through and walk through the facility, and then of course sanitize before they go back to the activity center for the next family to come in. So they're doing that all week. So there's just lots of smiles and lots of happiness going on over. I think at both buildings. So
Yeah.
Right,
Absolutely.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right. It
We've
was.
done it.
Yeah, look at us.
We've done it. We made it
did
through.
again. Go us. And-
We generally do.
Oh, yeah,
we generally make it.
Yeah, what, somehow, some way.
Somehow we usually get to do it.
We made it. So, well, if we covered everything.
Yeah. Well,
And-
let's just give an update next week.
Oh, that's right.
Next
yes.
week is going to
Oh,
be very fun.
Yes.
So
Guys,
we already have our guests are planned for next week.
I'm so excited.
Next week is going to be a kids show.
Yes.
And so my nephew Gus is coming down to be on COVID cooking
Oh,
with
that's
us.
fun.
My mom is going to be making my grandma's version of the daiquiri called the Pink Lady, which was always a favorite in her household because my grandfather used to entertain all the time. And so it was definitely one of those drinks that they used to entertain at the house. And so we're going to have the Pink Lady daiquiri. And we're going to have Gus and maybe Iggy Baum over here joining us too. Something because they're both about the same age, and so maybe we could do something
Like some sort of
with the
cookie
kids.
decorating, maybe?
Exactly.
Or, we're
Whatever it
figuring
is,
that
we
part
know
out.
it's going to be
Yes.
a mess.
Yeah, and it's gonna be
A
amazing.
bigger mess and amazing than we make on a regular basis. So
It's
we
true.
won't tell Ruth,
Yeah,
and we'll just do it. So we're really looking
Yes,
forward
that's gonna be a huge- that's
to
gonna be a huge.
the families coming and joining us and Gus,
Yeah.
and because
Yeah.
Gus watches, he's right now I'm sure, or he's taking a nap, or he's watching cartoons,
Yeah.
or he's out
You
with
know.
Pop working in the garden. So
right,
who knows?
Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
So there you
It's
go.
gonna be
That's
great.
next week. So make sure you tune in for that as well.
The chaos.
The chaos will begin next Wednesday at 3:00. Otherwise, until then,
Yeah.
cheers from our Father's Kitchen.
Cheers.
Thank